babies. So today I'm gonna show y'all how to make some cascarilla. So in case you start keeping your eggshells, all right, what you'll do is just put a little vinegar, just a little bit. I might have put too, well, I like to soak mine in the vinegar. What this will do, let it sit for a few minutes, and this will loosen up that membrane inside of it and get it so that you can peel that membrane out. So you want to be able to peel that out, because you don't want the membrane, the lining of the baby egg to mess up your cascarilla. That will make it grainy, okay? So the longer you let that sit, the easier it will be to peel this lining right off, just like that. And it should come off in a whole piece if you let it sit for about 5 minutes, okay? And you'll get that whole lining out of the egg. So you want to do this a few eggs at a time. You don't want to be, I mean, you can do the whole dozen. It doesn't take that long, but or you can just buy cascarilla, because I do sell cascarilla homemade, and what I'll do is just separate the ones that I've already taken the center out of. So what you want to do, once it has a nice little time of being in there, you'll see the film start to lift on its own. And what you'll try to do is catch a corner, or if you see where it's about to break on its own, just pull it from that breaking point, and then you can get the whole egg from there. That's how I do it, okay? So either I'll try to catch a corner if I see a little piece hanging, or if I see where it's about to crack, I'll just break it at that point and then pull it from there, and you'll get the whole piece that way. Here's another one that seems ready. And whoopsie, I'm all crashing this one in. I don't want to do that. I don't crash it in. Anyway, I'm still going to use it. We just pull, and we just continue on and pull. All right. And you just pull the eggshells off of the membrane. There you go. Now, after 5 minutes, you want to take the vinegar and egg mixture. So pour this off and then just work with the eggshells. That should have broken it down, because you don't want the vinegar to break the eggshells down too much. So let me break this out. So after, yes, about 5 minutes, you want to pour the vinegar out of the bowl, because what the vinegar will do is start to eat the eggshell, and you don't want that. All we wanted to do was start separating the eggshell from the membrane inside. And this is time consuming, but what cascarilla does is so magical with your clairvoyance. This is actually a secret weapon in psychic abilities, psychic protection, psychic development, okay? It helps when you're doing readings. It literally will help develop your third eye and bring you, you know, just, it's like, for me, I grew up using cascarilla to clear my mind. If I had a bad dream, if I had a negative thought that I knew, I wouldn't say wasn't coming from me, but wasn't like my normal way, like if I wanted to beat somebody up. Which now I feel like that person must have really deserved it if I wanted to beat them up. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. Now what you'll do once you have your eggshells is you want to rinse them off. So let me rinse mine and get all that egg stuff off of them. Try not to waste any of the shells that you just worked so hard to clean. Once you have your eggshells nice and washed off, you want to let them dry. And then, I think that's one there. I thought I saw something that may have had some skin on it. Oh, that's outside. Okay. One of the eggs was a different color. Okay. So what you want to do now is dry your shells off. Okay. And I'll just let them sit on a paper towel, let them sit out in the sun and get some of that sun energy and just dry off simply like that. Nothing fancy. Give it about an hour or 30 minutes. They should be dry. Hey babies, so I had to come back the next day because I had a lot going on. The kids was coming through the door and all that other type of stuff. Either way, we're here. Cascarilla is dried. I have one batch that I did crush a little bit and I'll finish crushing those, but I want to show you what will happen. So what you'll do is you'll put them in your mortar and pestle. Try to have a clean mortar and pestle if you can. Rinse it out. Get all the extra stuff that's in there out of there. Because you don't want, unless it's your positive mortar and pestle, you don't want to bring in any other energy into this spell, into your cascarilla, okay? So you're going to grind this up with your mortar and pestle. And what I will do, I don't do a bunch of the banging with this one. I will just run the mortar and pestle, literally just grind it and go in a clockwise direction. And you want to grind this for about 3 minutes. Or you can put this in a coffee grinder and turn it into a powder that way, okay? Which I prefer, but most people are going to have the mortar and pestle, and so this is how you'll do it. All right, so after about a minute of grinding, you'll have these fine little rocks, these little fine eggshells, and you want to grind that down to when it gets to the powder, okay? So you'll literally keep going. You want it into a powdery chalk. All right, guys, so now that we have our cascarilla ground up, this is what you want. You want a powder. Now, if you would have left the internal lining on it, it would have came out really grimy. So you want to take that lining out and just take your time while you're listening to some music or doing nothing, and just take your time and do it. It's not something where you want to be rushing. You know what I mean? None of our spells we should be rushing while we're doing. This is all about being one with the universe. So here we have some fresh eggshells, crushed eggshells, some fresh cascarilla. And what normal places, when you buy the cascarilla formed, what they'll do is they'll put a little bit of flour or a little bit of cornstarch in it, mix it up with that, and then add a tad bit of water and put it in the forms for them to make the chalk blocks. You can do it that way. What I will do is I'll just take this and just put it all over my hands and keep it pushing. All right. You want to bless this, have this sitting on your altar. And you can use this cascarilla for anything as far as spirituality. You can use it when you're doing your readings. You can put it on your forehead to clear your mind. If you're trying to activate your third eye, you can put a little circle on your third eye. If your children are having bad dreams, you can put a cross on their forehead and a cross at the bottom of both feet to protect their body from head to toe. And no more bad dreams will happen after that. It will clear up. I use cascarilla for so many different things. I use it just to bless myself, to anoint myself, as if it's like holy water, because it's the natural egg. It's the eggshell, okay? So you can use your cascarilla in a number of different ways. It's one of my favorite items to use. I feel like cascarilla is a must-have if you're going to be doing any type of spiritual work and you have melanin in you. I'm not sure about the pagan systems and all of that stuff. I am strictly root work. I am strictly a healer. So I don't know about any other religious or spiritual. I can't get into their realms. You know what I mean? But I feel like cascarilla is a must-have. It's something that I grew up using, and it's just beautiful to use and hold and to have. Okay, so use your cascarilla. I'm not going to waste mine. I'm literally going to have this on my hands today and activate this third eye and get to working. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.